Good morning, everyone. It's Lynn Dunn from Stamptastic Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today. So today we are going to play around with the April Paper Pumpkin Kit. So this kit is called Delicate Wings, and the kit included everything you needed to make 9 cards. So three of three different designs, which I have featured right here. So I'm going to do just how to make some additional cards with this kit. So I have a total of, I think, 9 different designs that I want to share with you, different from what are in the kit. So I'm going to show you how to cut up some of the supplies from the kit and then kind of add your own supplies to create some additional cards. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. So this kit was just, well, think I say this about all the kits, but this kit is just really gorgeous. It has some gold foil in there, so you can see the kind of shiny butterfly background here, and just a lot of really fun little designs for this kit. I love all the glitz and glamour, I guess. So what I did with this kit is the kits come with these little card bases, and the card bases are double-sided, but I cut the card bases apart. So like this card base here is Lost Lagoon, and I just cut it apart and then I adhered it to my own cardstock. And by cutting that card base apart, I can use the front and the back to create a variety of different cards. So that's what I did. I cut all the card bases apart, you can see, and I adhered them to my own cardstock. So instead of getting just 9 cards, I have quite a few cards that I'm going to share with you. But these were the cards in the kit. And so I just thought they were just really beautiful. I love the butterflies. So these little die cut shapes are like partially die cut. So you can see that this part is not cut out right here. So I just love how um, the partial die cutting looks. So those are the 3 card designs that came in the kit. And then of course there were some coordinating envelopes. So there's 9 envelopes that are all the same. They all have this pretty little flap on here. And this particular kit features, at first I thought it was featuring very vanilla cardstock, but this is actually the new basic beige. So for those of you that got this kit, this is what the new basic beige looks like. But it does go well with very vanilla too. So I actually started using very vanilla before I realized this was actually basic beige. All right, so these are the kit cards. So I'm going to put those to the side. And I'm going to show you some alternate designs. These are the 2 cards that I'm going to walk you through here. So basically, I cut apart the card bases and I use the card bases as basically designer paper to create some additional cards. So I'm going to show you how to create these cards and kind of what I did with them. So the kit it coordinates with, excuse me, it has a variety of different colors in it. So like this color is the Lost Lagoon color. And then the other color here is basic gray. So you can use some of your own cardstock and things to make additional cards. So this first one I'm going to do in the Lost Lagoon, and I decided to use the Distress Tile embossing folder, the 3D embossing folder. So I just have a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of white cardstock. So that's kind of how I started out with this card. Let me get my glue ready here. So we'll add this first, if I can get my glue to work. There we go. So we'll add this to the background first. And then after you do this, then you just take that card base and you just cut it up into little pieces that you can use in your card making. So this is actually the design of one of the card bases. And I cut it down to 2.5 by 4 inches. So we will add this just off to the side here. And then I used That's a little slippery. And I used some vellum. I don't know if you got your new catalog, guys. You might notice that the vellum is no longer there. I'm pretty sad about that, but it is what it is, I guess. So I just have a little piece of vellum here that I just wanted to kind of add in the background. I didn't want to take away completely from this beautiful little paper here. So this piece of vellum is just 2 by 3. And so we'll just add that there. But I'm going to do my greeting first. So let's stamp that. I have a 3-inch long piece of white cardstock. And in the kit, you got a little basic gray Stampin' Spot. I'm just going to use my basic gray. But you got this little stamping spot that came in the kit. So I'm just going to add a little greeting on this using that basic gray. So this is just a 1/2 inch wide piece, 3 inches long. We'll add that. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of Lost Lagoon behind this greeting. And so this piece is 3/4 inches wide and it's about 2.5 inches long. We'll just kind of put that on there. All right, so I'm going to add some dimensionals to this. So I did not use all the butterflies as intended in the kit. So let me show you that one card here. So this particular card in the kit required the use of 3 butterflies. So I did not use all 3 when I made the kit cards. So I saved some of the butterflies so that I could create additional cards. All right, so that's where I got the butterfly from, in case you're wondering. So let me go ahead and add this vellum. We're just going to add a little bit of glue in the center here. And then we will add our greeting. I kind of want that off the bottom so it holds everything in place. Add the greeting, and then we'll add our butterfly. So it's a pretty simple design, and our butterfly is going to cover up that glue spot too. It's a pretty simple design, but it's just kind of a fun way to use the card bases from the kit. And then I just added a couple festive pearls, the gold ones, to the card. So that's it. So you can make quite a few of these just by cutting up one of the card bases and then using the butterfly in the kit. And then on the inside, I just used the butterfly image from the kit and just a little leftover piece of this paper just to kind of decorate the inside. So pretty simple, but just beautiful design. All right, so that is the first one that I want to show you. And I should show you the images. These are the images that came in this this month's kit. So you got 2 butterfly images and then some other greetings, but there was also an add-on die set. So I don't know if you guys saw the add-on dies. They're called Thanks and Beyond dies. And these dies coordinate with the April kit, but they also coordinate with the other 2 kits that are coming out in May and June. So these are the dies, and I will be using this particular die to do the next card. So this is actually, you can cut out the butterfly. So let me show you this. You can cut out the butterfly image from this kit. And then you can also create a little image where when you lay this piece inside of the outline image here, you can cut out a butterfly that looks like this. So it partially die cuts the butterflies, but cut out, just the wings, and it still leaves it attached here in the center. So this creates a fun little element for the card. And that's what I'm going to show you next. So these are just some of the dies that are in this little set. This die set is still available last time I checked. And if you're wondering what the number is, it's 164397. If you can't find it, you can find it with the number. All right, so those are the little dies. So let me show you how I made this card, because this is where I used the coordinating dies. I used this, created this little butterfly from a piece of the Moody Mauve cardstock. So Moody Mauve and this dark gray go really well together. So I'm going to start by just stamping. Let's grab a scrap piece of paper here. I'm going to start by stamping the butterfly images around kind of the outer edge of a piece of basic gray cardstock. So I'm going to use basic gray, excuse me, basic gray ink. Try to say that 10 times fast. It's basic gray. And then I'm going to start with the big butterfly, I guess. We'll just kind of go around and just add the butterfly kind of around the outer part. We don't have to worry too much about the inner part. Let's see, which way do I want to go? This way, because we're going to cover up the center. So, all right, and then there's a smaller butterfly, so we'll just add this one kind of in between. And you don't have to get too particular with it, because we're going to cover up a lot of this, but I just wanted to kind of do the same thing as the kit did, where just a little bit of the butterflies were showing. All right, I think that's good. All right, so the next thing we'll do, let's bring the card back so you can kind of see. So the next thing I did is just added this vellum right in the center here. It just kind of softens up the just the boldness of, you know, stamping those butterflies with a dark color. So we'll just add some glue right in the center here. Maybe, if I can get it to work. I'll just add a little bit of glue there. And then I used the gray card base this time. And so this time I cut it down. Let's see, it's 3.5, 2 3/4 by 3.5 is this piece. And then this piece would be 3 by 3 3/4. So just a little bit larger. So I just matted it out on some Moody Mauve. So it creates a nice little focal point here. We'll add this. And then I just use the die cut shapes. So I have, this is the add-on die set. So this is one of the dies that you can create. So I just used that die, this little die here, to create that little shape. And I'm going to add my butterfly to that. And that will become our focal point. So we'll just add a little bit of glue to the edge here. And we'll put that right in the center. And then you have a nice little focal point. So let's add some dimensionals to that. And I off-centered it just so that you could, you know, see more of the designer paper behind it. So we'll just off-center this a little bit. Oh, I think I did it a little crooked. There we go. And then you could just pop up these little wings. So they fold flat for mailing, but you can pop them up for display. And then the greeting, I just used the same greeting, except for this time I cut it out by hand. So I'll show you how I did that. So we'll add this little greeting here. Oop, and we'll cut this out. So I just cut in between here, in between these words. I'm going to cut out this one first, just with the scissors. Sometimes I like to just cut the greeting up so that I can add it to the card as a little element. And then this one I just kind of wiggled the scissors around this different shape here, different shapes of the greeting. You can add whatever greeting, you want to use. Let's round this off a little bit. And that's how I cut out the greeting. And now we'll just pop this up on the card with a couple dimensionals. So there's just lots of fun ways. Looks like I cut this one crooked. That's okay. Only you'll notice. All right. So let's pop this up and then I will show you some additional card ideas. And I'll get all these out on the blog for you. So if you have the kit, you will be able to kind of play around with these different ideas if you want to. And we'll do that. All right, and then I just added a couple little embellishments again, just some little gold. Oops, let's grab the embellishment, little gold gems. All right, so that is the second alternative. So kind of a fun little card. And then on the inside, I didn't really do anything. So I guess I'll have to stamp some stuff on the inside. I think I ran out of this paper because I created quite a few alternatives. So, all right, so that is the second card. So here are the two cards that I showed you how to create, and just some other alternate card designs. Let's see if I can scoot these all on for you. So again, I just used the designer paper and well, it is designer paper for me, but it's one of the card bases from the kit. So I just cut it down to create this card. It just kind of gives you the look of designer paper. And then I have a couple of cards where I just made them very simple. So I just used one large piece of the card base and added a little bit of texture with, an embossing folder. And then I used that thanks die uh, from the add-on die set. And so here's a couple more thanks that I created. So you can cut up the paper or you can cut up the card bases however you want to. There's card bases that are in the basic gray. There's some that are in the Lost Lagoon. And then there's this card base that has the little splotch images all over it. So can you see the gold in there? So, and then I just used some of the die cut butterflies from the kit. I'm gonna run out of room. And then here's a couple other card ideas. Here's another card base with the little splotches behind it. Just cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and then just add a little piece of, one of the other card bases. So there's just lots of different ways that you can use this kit. And you can see I saved a lot of these butterflies to create all these different cards. So just kind of a really fun kit. I actually do have one extra kit. So if you missed out on the kit, let's see if I can move these in here. If you missed out on the kit, I do have an extra kit. So just reach out to me and I can get that off to you. All right. So those are the cards. I hope you guys enjoy this month's paper pumpkin kit. It was a lot of fun to play with. I really love butterflies, and So to have an add-on die set where I can use those butterflies and then to have all these pretty die cut butterflies to play with, it was just a lot of fun. So if you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you certainly can be. So I did include a link to Paper Pumpkin so you can kind of see what the next kit is about. The next kit looks like it's going to be a more masculine style kit. So that one will be uh, fun to play with as well. And then I think the June kit, we have a little sneak peek. I think the June kit includes the new in colors. So you can always get, an idea of what is coming out in the kit. So if you ever don't want that month's kit, you can always just skip that subscription. So you don't have to get the kit every month if you don't want to. You can skip it. So all right, so that's what I have for you guys today. I'll put these out on the blog for you with all the measurements and things. So if you want to create some of these alternatives with your kit, you can certainly do that. And if you are interested in this kit and you missed out on it, you can reach out to me at stamptasticdesigns@gmail.com and I will get that off to you. So, all right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a great week. And I will see you guys again next week. So take care, everybody.